charismatic recovery. Wow. It's a long way from what we just saw. Come over here. Really nice. Great shoe live back here, by the way. Speaking of really nice. Always, week in, week out. All right, Bruno, you start.
Willis, another character for Rumer is like the all-American girl. Bright, alive, as wholesome as homemade apple pie. Can I have a slice, please? But I love to see the change and completely different interpretation from last week. Completely different character. I love the nostalgic look and that kind of period Americana. Peggy Sue gets married, American graffiti. Very, very well played. A tiny little thing. When you throw your free hand, you have to make sure you retrieve it a bit quicker because sometimes it hangs a bit behind the beat. It's a tiny, tiny little thing, but I love that. Really.
All right. All right. Carry on.
Okay, I'm actually really torn up about this dance because I thought it was really pristine and I love that you came back with something so clean and so lighthearted, but I also, in this process, I feel like we lost a little something that makes you so spectacular, which is this sort of, like, you have this velocity when you dance and the way you work off of each other. It just felt a little bit safe, and I agree with Bruno about the arms. Some of the arms hit some very strange lines, and then your spot sometimes, you sort of came out of spot and like, am I spotting Val or am I spotting the outside? So they're tiny, and I can only be this critical with you because you're so good. So remember that, okay?
All right, Len. Bruno. It's better to be safe than sorry. And I like the mix. You put some nice technique in there. I saw toe heels. I'm talking to you now, Val. Hold my gaze. I like the toe heel swivels. I like the whip you got on those underarm turns, not just all... You whipped it through. I like the dance very much. It could have had a tad more flair. One good thing, the backing dancers didn't get in the way, and I think sometimes that happens. But overall... I've said it many times, and I'm going to say it again. You're a great pair. Well, there you go.
I get the frustration, especially coming off of last week, and then it's week 7, and the pressure's up, and it's exhausting, and it's tiring. But don't forget who you are and like why you did this competition and when you first came on the show and you were just sparking like nobody's business because it's inside of you and I think that you did an awesome job tonight. I agree with Bruno. There was tons of like wholesome qualities about it with Len, the content, and I agree with the arms. I feel like when you go here, you go like here instead of really reaching back from the inside of your back. So like really stretching it, but overall, like you are so awesome, and that's why we can give you these critiques because we want you to do so amazing. So we're like nitpicking. We're nitpicking.
Which is not uncommon this late into the season, too. Seriously. All right, head on up. Now, tomorrow night, it's our 10th anniversary special with all new performances from your favorite stars and pros, including 7 Super Bowl champs, plus the one and only Patti LaBelle sings Lady Marmalade with Amber Riley and Lil Kim. That's tomorrow night, 8, 7 Central. Eric?
Well, Rumer, I don't know how your neck is feeling, but I have to tell you, you look absolutely beautiful. And when I did this show, I thought it was the hardest thing I've ever done physically in my life. You talked about, I'm not a professional athlete, could have fooled us. Give people at home a sense of what training for this show is all about, what kind of toll it takes on you.
I mean, you know, I never worked out really before I did the show, so you know, you're going from 0 to 60, and
The mom said it's true.
It's true. He knows. So, you know, I mean, they're dancers and they make it look really easy, but they're pro athletes as well. It's the same thing as, you know, if I was about to join the NBA, I couldn't just go right and do it. But, you know, I'm so thankful for Val. Honestly, I would not have been able to make it here without him. And also, I really appreciate the judges' compliments and critiques because I want to get better. I don't want to just be status quo. I want to be a better dancer. I want to be here till the end, you know?
All right. Well, let's see what they thought.
Carrie Ann Inaba. Len Goodman. Julianne Huff. Bruno Tongue.